Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Allie.
Allie, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Why?
Why? What happened?
Well, we moved you to that microphone, and then you still sounded super quiet when you first came back in.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
So how you doing?
I'm good.
Good?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. How was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I was gone for I miss this show so much.
Mhm.
Like when I'm gone.
Right.
Like, so I was gone for 3 weeks
Mhm.
when I was over in Europe. And then I came back and I did, I came back in time to do a show on Friday night.
Right.
And one of my other jobs was like, hey, we scheduled you on Friday night. And it's a seasonal job. And I was like, hey, but I'm not available on Fridays because I have mamas. And he's like, yeah, well, last year you put on your availability that if we got into a jam, you would do Friday. And I went, last year?
Yeah.
That was last year. But I ended up doing that. And then, so I'm back this week. And then I'm gone next week.
Where are you going next week?
Phoenix
Oh.
for work. But that's only, I'll be back the week after.
Hmm.
And then I think I'm good until December.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, I had a dream last night. Like, let me tell you how much I miss doing this show.
Okay.
Like, I had a dream last night that we were doing the show. It was you and me. I don't remember our third, or I guess I don't remember who our fourth person was, but our third was Ruben.
Oh, man.
And oh man, it was a great show. It was a great show. Your improvising skills in my dream were so good.
For once.
But in the dream, we were doing it it was like an Italian restaurant, and we were just mainly doing it to broadcast. We had cameras, and we were looking for a space to broadcast it from. And the owner of the restaurant was like, "Yeah, you can do it, but there may be guests coming in. If I need the room, I need the room." And we were like, "Yeah, no problem." Yeah. We just want to let him know that it gets kind of dirty and racy. And he's like, yeah, just tell him. And I mean, the room was fucking packed with his people. And first we were playing to the camera, but the audience was so into it and they were loving it so much that we were just playing to them. And the owner came through and I forgot what was going on. You and Ruben were on stage doing something and he was like going way over the top. And the owner was like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I was like, I had a fucking dream about it.
I love the fact that in your dream, the best we got was, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I did see Gaggle Reflex.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. That was my first time, because we talked about doing Mamas there during COVID, before this place opened back up. And I was a little hesitant because of the layout of the room.
Mm-hmm.
One, you guys had a great audience.
Yeah.
Like, you had a really great audience, but there's definitely those back areas of the room.
Yeah. Sight lines are bad. And it's really not a great space to play in.
Right.
Because of the sight lines, because of the piano.
If you guys
and
had
everything.
like a 6-inch stage even,
Yes,
it would be
huge.
it would be a bigger. Will they not let you bring something in? Or
Well, I don't know. I don't think we've asked because I don't know that we have it. I mean, we could try and figure something out.
Yeah.
But that was good. I'll actually talk to them about that because Tom may have something in his
Someone
studio.
that you know may have one.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's something like the size of what we have in our garden room here.
Yeah.
It's just something, because anytime you guys sat down, like, I couldn't see you at all.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, no, the show was good. Audience was great. Audience loved it all.
Yeah. It was good times.
You're doing it once a month?
Yeah, once a month. So the next one will be right before Halloween, October 30th. So we're doing a fall themed. I mean, obviously we'll have some Halloween stuff, and I think we're going to do a Halloween costume contest and stuff.
Right.
Give away a nice prize.
I did think it was funny that you had this whole Gen X theme to the show, which was great, and you told the audience, like, "Hey, come dressed in your best Gen X costume," and one person. It was a huge audience too.
Yeah.
And one person did it.
And what's funny is when and that was a fault on communications, because when the first email blasts and all that stuff, they didn't put that in there.
I saw it online.
And I was like, I was like, guys, I thought we were going to do this. And so many people go, oh, I didn't know we were doing that. And I go,
yeah,
that's.
And you just
that
had
was all my advertiser. Yeah.
one idiot looking like an asshole in
Hey,
the
he
audience.
won 4 free tickets to the next show.
Our very first winner of free tickets to the Mamas show, the thing that we've been doing, was supposed to come tonight.
Oh,
And then she messaged me last night and said, I fell down the stairs.
oh no,
Yeah.
my shoe.
Fucking old people, man.
Right?
I just, God.
Oh, speaking of old, and I can't remember the lyric, but I went golfing today and
Collaborate and listen.
Yes. I went golfing today and they paired me up with these 3 22, 23-year-olds, you know? And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm their dad. And we're sitting there.
Get a little
golfing.
head on the golf course
Yeah,
there.
obviously. And then I did a lyric and I started it and he finished it with like, it was like a Lady Gaga-esque or Katy Perry type of thing. And he goes, was that what you were going for? And I said, no, I was doing Aerosmith, but okay. But it did fit. I get it. But I was like, wow.
You know what's crazy to me though is I feel like of all of the generational music is hitting someone with an 80s lyric. A lot of the younger kids know it.
Yeah.
And that for that, I go, wow, there's hope.
There is hope. But I mean, a lot of the singers are sampling a lot of the 80s now.
Yeah.
Who was it? There was like a video on TikTok or on Instagram with the girl going, oh my God, did you see this? They predicted Nicki Minaj's song, the lyrics before. I was like, no, that's Baby Got Back. That's the original. I was like,
right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I still like TikTok though.
It's getting stricter. It's getting even harder to.
Yeah, I stopped posting
videos.
Stuff because, like, I was constantly getting this video is flagged because you said making whoopee.
Yeah.
I literally said making whoopee, and
Ridiculous.
yeah, and it's like the only thing I'm posting on Facebook is mamas related stuff, and I did post something today that kind of blew up on Facebook.
Okay.
The Brightline opened so it's the train that goes from Orlando to Miami.
Okay.
And the whole time they were building this, I was like, that's exciting. Like, that's pretty cool to jump on a train and go to Miami, like make it a day trip.
Yeah.
You know, like I was
Great.
super excited about that. How long does it take you to drive to Miami?
4 hours.
Okay. So if you jump on the Brightline, it's 3 hours and 38 minutes. Okay, hold on. But at least it will save you money.
Yes.
So
on gas and tolls.
let's say you and your assistant want to
Yes.
go to Miami. It's only $79 per ticket.
What?
Yeah. So, but that's for like the basic seating. If you want to sit someplace nice, it's $300. It's $150 a ticket or $149. And then I posted that, and for the most part, a lot of people were saying, well, "I'll just drive."
Yeah.
I'll just drive. Like that's because this is my argument. I think they fucked up. Because you get on at the airport.
Okay.
So that means you have to drive or get an Uber
Yep.
to the airport or have someone drop you off would be the cheapest way. But let's say you drive your car, you have to park your car there, which is paid to parking.
Yep.
And then they do have a little security. You're not going through the big MCO security,
Right.
but you are still going through a security line. So you still have to get there before your train leaves. So what would you give yourself? Like 45 minutes, maybe an hour?
Ish. Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
Especially your first time. You get on the train, you get to Miami. Now you need to get a car or an Uber or something. So, and the biggest, argument against my point was one of the reviewers who said, well, but I mean, the carbon footprint is much smaller. And I'm like, I get it. You're right.
Right.
You're right. I 100% get that. But if it's not a convenience thing for me, if it's not I'm still going to be taking a car to the airport wherever I have to go around the city. I have to pay for parking. I have to it's not convenient.
And here's the thing. The carbon footprint is only smaller if people are using it.
Right.
And they're not making it really affordable to use. It's not making it a viable source.
And someone else said $22 for like a bus. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's your competition though. You go, do I want to ride on a bus or do I want to ride? I get that I could take my laptop and I could work the entire time. Maybe I don't hate driving as much as other people.
Yeah.
because I'll just put on a podcast or an audiobook and I'll just drive and zone out, wake up, smashed into a tree.
Yeah.
Don't know how this tricycle got on the front of my car, but
Like the only way I would do it, I think the only people that are going to do it are people that are going to be flying out of Miami or
Right.
leaving on a cruise
On a
ship
cruise.
out of Miami.
Yeah.
Because, you're going to have to pay for all the stuff, the parking and all that. It's like, you know what? I'll Uber to the airport, take the train that way.
Right.
And just take a quick Uber to the airport. Or does it take you to the Miami airport?
I don't think it's the Miami airport. I think they have a separate station there. I don't know.
Depending on where it is, like, okay, so it's a cheap trip. But if you just want to take a vacation down to Miami, just take your car.
Yeah. And that was like, while they were building it, we were talking about, oh, that would be great to do, like, get up in the morning, grab a coffee, jump on the train, go spend the day in Miami,
Yeah.
and then come back.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that now.
No. No.
Like it was only like, oh, sure, if it were high speed and it got me there in 2 hours,
Yeah.
fuck, that'd be great. Then
That's
that might
the
be
thing.
worth the money.
It would be worth it. If
But-
it's 2 hours, yes.
I did and I do think it'll be used, like you said. I think if someone is going on a cruise or if they're flying out of Miami, sure. But like I did a gig in Miami, and the client was like, "Hey, do you want to drive or do you want to fly?" And I went, "Oh, fly me." Like I'm bringing shit, but I don't want to pack up my car and the hassle of it. So yeah, sure, fly me. So I go to Miami. And Jason was doing the job with me. He drove, and I was like, "Hey, we finished the job." And I was like, "Hey, can you drive me to the airport?" And he's like, "Yeah." We're talking, and I'm like, "Well, what are you doing? Like, you just driving back?" And he's like, "No, I'm gonna go have lunch with my boss, and then I'm gonna drive back." So I'm like, "Okay." So my flight gets fucking delayed, right? It gets delayed, and I finally get on my flight, fly to Orlando. It's like a 45-minute flight. Land, Jason picks me up from the airport and takes me home. So, like, if I could avoid doing that, I would.
Yeah.
And I would take a train for work because no matter like where I'm flying out to Phoenix in a few days, I'll Uber from the airport to wherever. Like they reimburse me for that. So I don't care. But if I'm just going out to dinner with my assistant to treat her, for a job well done. This is 4 years today, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
4 years
Happy
today.
anniversary.
Well, then I hired her.
Yeah.
Then it was official.
Hiring date. The hire date.
Hire date.
Yeah.
She was on a trial period for a few years before, but yeah, the hire date. And
Wow.
it's going pretty well. You notice she's not here.
Yeah. I did notice.
We were going to do a dinner last night, the two of us, and she was working a gig earlier in the day. I was working earlier in the day. She was doing makeup and her air compressor. She was like airbrushing makeup on some people. Her air compressor vibrated off the table and fell on her foot right in the middle, the medium piggy, the middle piggy, and so she couldn't walk.
Oh,
and it was like, "Do you want to go to a hospital? Because they're not really going to be able to do anything."
yeah.
And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay, well then, can you stop crying about it because
Oh my God.
you're really kind of bringing my night down."
All right. So did you get that threesome that you guys were wanting to do for your anniversary?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
In fact, like while we were walking to the store, I picked up a pineapple and just put it in the cart, and she was like, "No."
Come on.
We went to brunch this morning, and to Maxine's on Shine,
Oh yeah.
and we had our dogs with us, and I took the dogs because she couldn't walk for shit. So when the dogs started like, "Hey, gotta make a pee-pees," I was like, "Okay, I'll walk down to the end of the street." There was a house with a picket fence that had carved pineapples along the fence, and I was like, "Ooh, I bet you regret that choice when you," unless it was intentional. But I was like, "Ooh, how many unsolicited offers do you get?"
Ding dong.
Hi.
Hi. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. Speaking of, someone was asking if we did gigs in STD capital of the world,
The Villages.
the Villages.
Yeah.
And I said, wherever they pay us is where we'll do the
I'll go.
shows.
Yeah. They've actually got a nice little theater.
Yeah.
I did stand up there, which is the first time I've ever done stand up before. And the host goes, Hey, man, heard so many great things. Remember, this is a clean show. I go, I'm sorry, what? Yeah. It's a clean show. And I go, what? You hired the wrong comic.
All right, so here, let's do this. Let's try to instantly clean something up. All right, what's the dirtiest joke, not of yours, but that you've heard? Like you say it, and then I'll try to do a clean version of it.
Oh, fuck.
Sex. See, I already started. I'm warming up.
Now, all I'm thinking about is either Corey Holcomb or Dave Attell. I don't know that you can clean this up.
Try it.
I don't know if you can clean this up.
Let's see.
What's he do? He goes, John Tesh. I don't like John Tesh because he does the sounds of things, the sounds of wind. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear the sounds of love. I want to hear balls slapping against ass. I want to hear something that sounds like a boot stuck in mud, only wetter.
Okay. All right. What's his name?
That's Dave Attell.
No, the guy who he's saying I like. He does the sounds of things.
Oh, I think it was Yanni. That's it, Yanni.
I like Yanni. It's good old white people music. And then I'll stir a big pot of mac and cheese. People will get it. People will get it.
What's funny is on that show, the guy's like, oh, don't worry about it. Just don't say fuck. And I was like, oh, okay, but still, dude, that's still not subject matter.
Yeah.
Subject matter. I said, I have a joke that I do that doesn't use a cuss word. It just says vagina. Can I say it? And he goes, I don't see why not. And I told him the joke, and he's like, oh, you can't do that. And I said, exactly. Exactly.
Well, you got to get better at your clean material.
Got no clean. Like I got some cleanish stuff, but yeah, no.
But no, I'm just saying because starting in January, it's not for the public, but for those of you who don't know, Mamas was asked to be a performer at a resort out by Disney. It doesn't affect our main shows that we do Friday nights. But it is something that has to be. And he did say when I was talking to the guy, he was like, you could be a little blue. And I was like, yeah, people say that. And I don't think they understand what a little blue is, because certain people in the audience get upset when you just allude to something.
Yeah.
Like you have to, like, what's the example? Oh, back in our old theater where we were doing, we were making pussy jokes and whatever. Nobody bat an eye. The imagery of Obama coming up on the screen.
Oh my God.
And a dude and his wife, big old cowboy hat, got up and just went, nope, and walked out. I was like, hey,
dude, it's a picture.
Yeah, but we also just spent 5 minutes shitting on Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. And we did, who was it? Who was it that ran against Obama the first? Mitt Romney?
Romney.
Yeah, we did that Mitt Romney style to the Gangnam style. Like we shit on everyone, and then the minute Obama's picture comes up, nope, not my president.
Oh God.
But yeah, like trying to clean up stuff is, you can go, all right, ready? So do this.
Okay.
Tell your dirtiest joke, but like you're telling it to a child, and you're just not allowed to swear. That's the only limitation.
Okay.
You can't swear, but this is a child you're talking to. Uncle Ali, will you tell me a joke?
Sure. Okay, once upon a time, I was dating a girl who was 6'1".
Oh.
That's really tall because I'm only 5'6". And it was really, really nice, but everything was big on her, kind of like a giant. Like her hands are really big, her shoulders are really big, and her vagina was massive. That's the hole where mommies and daddies like to play in and babies come out. It was kind of, do you remember seeing in school where you would see a manatee? It was like, it's like if you punched a manatee in the mouth. It was all swollen and whiskery. I didn't know what to do. I just kept feeding it cabbage.
I did date a girl with a very large clit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like like it had these balls that hung underneath it. And, no, but it there was like a to the point where I did a double take first time. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What have I gotten myself into? You know what though? I'll take it. You know why? Came like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the less work that I have to do.
Dude, a large clit. It's like the doorstop on like a.
Yeah, that's why my cat kept playing with it. Kept waking up to that sound. Brrr, brrr. What else? What else have we had? It's been so long.
It's been a little bit.
It's been so.
It's been a minute.
So we've cleaned up some jokes.
Yeah, definitely.
What's going on in the world today? Is there anything big that we're missing?
Finding Tupac's murderer, apparently.
Nah, I mean, yeah, they did. They got that guy. I'm assuming who did it. But I feel like I've heard that they suspected this guy for a long time.
Oh yeah, he had even admitted that he supplied the gun. Like,
right.
So it was gang related, but I guess they finally got some hard evidence on him.
Hard.
Dumbledore passing.
Oh yeah.
Now both Dumbledores are in the white train.
Dumble no more.
No, Dumble no more. It's almost like Faith no more, but no. Have you done Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's good. It's always a good. It's a well put on event.
Okay.
The problem is it's so fucking busy.
Right.
It's so fucking busy.
And those what is it? The fast passes or whatever they're giving away.
Yeah.
They're stupid expensive,
and they sell out.
Yeah.
Like, so people are using them because they know, but yeah, if you're just like a plebeian like me.
Yeah.
It's a really good event, but it's just, I think it's a victim of its own success. They need more shows because they've got that great Nightmare Fuel show with Benji, our friend.
Yeah.
It's such a good show, but that's really it.
That's it.
There's nothing else to pull people off of streets or out of lines. And I mean, they used to do magic shows at that the Animal Planet Theater.
Oh yeah.
And at least that was pulling like 600-700 people off the street at a time. Or there was this they would do a dance show on. They put up that big old stage out in front of Mel's and put on something there.
Yeah, they do need more shows.
Anything to pull people out of those lines.
Yeah. Another big and you know what? You know what might actually be a good show to do? A spooky show, not a scare, like a something where people are bringing in their younger kids or whatever.
Right.
Like not young, but teenagers and things like that. Something hip, something fun.
Right.
As opposed to the Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah.
You have something else another alternative.
Just show full penetration.
Yes. Yes.
I actually said, like when they were getting rid of the Bill and Ted show, I was like, you know what? Because it was legal department was a nightmare for them.
Yeah.
Because they would say, hey, we've got this joke, and legal would go, nope, sorry, you can't do that joke.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? This is what you do. You have to go after the license. You have to go after the IP. And since you love IPs now, you do Rick and Morty's Swifty Halloween Adventure. And that way they're dealing with multiverse. So you can, if you want, you can go, hey, here's a Kim Kardashian from a universe where everyone is cats.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have cat Kim Kardashian. Who gives a fuck what you do with her? Right?
Yeah.
Because Kim Kardashian's people going to come after you and like, it's a fucking cat.
Yeah.
we used a laser pointer and made her go into a portal to the Blender world.
Exactly.
Spray blood out. Yeah, have a great time with it. But like use that IP and be creative because you can be creative with it.
Yeah.
When I saw The Hanging, which is the Not Scary Farm version of Bill and Ted.
Oh, okay.
Actually, our Bill and Ted was a version of The Hanging since that came first. Their whole thing is they're choosing a celebrity to hang.
Oh my God.
And the year that I saw it, it was Bill Cosby.
Wow. What did you see? I saw it today. Speaking of Bill Cosby.
He didn't see it.
No. I think it was Conor McGregor had a sweater on, and it was the Bill Cosby sweater from like one of the Cosby sweaters.
Yeah.
And they're like, where'd you get your sweater? And he goes, from the greatest knockout artist of all time.
Oh, shit. At the McDonald's that's up the street here, they used to have a cutout of Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Doing the hand thing, like doing this thing. And I got my, God, it's on my phone. I'll post it on our Mama's page if I can find it. But yeah, I got my picture taken with it. Like as soon as that news, because I'd heard comedians joke about it in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, I say joke about it, not making fun of the victims, but the fact that he was still on the streets and that he was a rapist.
Oh yeah.
In the 90s. So it was well known. But yeah, when the shit hit the fan, yeah, I got my picture taken with that. It's pretty good. All right. Well, we should wrap things up.
All right.
We got to start bringing some people in here. Ali.
Yes.
What did you learn this evening?
I learned that we live in a society where we know things for a long time, but wait until the last minute to accuse anyone, a.k.a. Tupac's murderer, Bill Cosby, etc. That's what I learned.
And I learned something tonight, too. I learned that I have a limited time before shit comes out about me. All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Call 407-363-1985. Ali, where can people find you?
I am at Comedic Actor on Instagram and TikTok. If you are in the Central Florida area, I am performing. I'm doing stand-up comedy October 6th. Next Friday, October 6th, I'll be doing stand-up at Hagen O'Reilly's with James Yon and Chris Ray.
You can find me on Instagram at Totters. Buy my books on Amazon. Did I tell you what happened? I posted it. My Parker and Jesus book is my favorite just because of the humor in it. And that's the one that probably gets the least sales out of all of mine. So I was like, you know what? I'll do like a 24-hour book giveaway of Parker and Jesus because it gets people to download it. And like, it helps. It helps. So I'm looking up the number right now. So I did it 24 hours. And then I went, I put the wrong book in there. I did Nightmare of Neverland, which sells fine.
Yeah.
But I put Nightmare of Neverland in there, free for 24 hours. 706 people downloaded.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
In 24 hours.
Damn.
You guys couldn't have all bought it? Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
I wouldn't be worried about work anymore. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.